this single product makes me £3,000 in profit every single month. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I found it in the first place, how I contacted the brand directly to get the account open, what objections I faced, what the full process was, and ultimately how you can go out and find products that consistently pay you month on month without constantly having to chase and find the next deal. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but it's a repeatable strategy that if you follow and if you master it, it can do wonders. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Jack Davey and I've been selling on Amazon now for the past 4.5 to 5 years. I've sold millions of pounds worth of products. I've been through my fair share of bad products that have lost me a ton of money, and to be honest, I've made pretty much every mistake in the book. But I'm now in a pretty good position to share with you the process that actually works and show you how to actually get these kind of brands, these kind of products that are actually going to be sustainable and don't just make you money one month and then zero the next month. I'm going to teach you how to find sustainable, consistent, long-term products. So first of all, I'm going to give you a little story time on how I actually found this product. So I actually didn't find this product specifically, okay? I found a separate product from this brand on Amazon around about 18 months ago now. So I used one of my sourcing methods to go on Amazon, validate listings, and basically just found this product. Now, this product was doing about, I think it was about £5,000 to £10,000 a month in sales, had a healthy amount of competition, and looked relatively high barrier to entry. So I went out, I contacted the brand, tried to open up a trade account, and got rejected. I think it was just that they weren't taking on any more wholesale accounts at the moment, but I managed to basically overcome this objection. I managed to get the area sales rep to come down to my warehouse and basically managed to open the account. The initial outreach was done via phone call. Again, if you've watched a load of my content before, I'm a big believer that just picking up the phone, speaking to people, building relationships, overcoming objections is really probably the best way to actually get accounts open. So got the account open in the end, got sent the pricing through, the account forms, all of this kind of stuff. This process probably took me a solid 3 to 4 weeks from initially making the inquiry to actually getting the pricing sent through. I got the pricing sent through and it wasn't really that profitable. I think I was making like 9% margin or 8% margin or something like that on this specific product that I wanted. I managed to negotiate the price and I think I ended up sitting around the 15% margin mark. But initially, it was only this one product that I actually wanted to start selling, and it was this one product that I bought initially. So I think my initial order was around about £1,300 to £1,400 plus VAT. So nothing super crazy, nothing massive. It was just one product. So started off that account with one product. I think I was buying that for 2, 3, 4 months. I was consistently selling. I ended up getting a good share of the buy box. I started increasing my orders to 2,000, 2,500 of just this specific product. It was making me really good money and it was super consistent. But then what I did was I actually looked more in depth into the brand and basically did some work with the supplier to see how we could actually grow this account. And instead of just buying one product, I wanted to buy 5 products, 10 products, 15 products from this brand. Started doing loads of due diligence into the brand and the products, and I ended up finding a lot of hidden gems that didn't really look great on the face of it, didn't really look super profitable, and were heavily dominated by FBM sellers. So went to the brand, said, look, we're interested in expanding the product range. We really want to grow this account with you. At the moment, we're spending on average £2,000 a month, but in the next 6 to 12 months, we really want to increase this to the point where we're spending 5, 10, maybe even £15,000 a month with the supplier. Now, these are all rapport building exercises that are going to give you ultimately better supplier relationships. They're going to get you better pricing because you're demonstrating and showing that you actually want to work with these suppliers. But it's also going to secure you on these listings long term. If you're able to build good relationships, they understand you as a business, you understand them, you're working together, and it's a win-win for everybody. So I ended up looking through these products, going back and forth for about a month or so on different pricing, and managed to negotiate some really good pricing on about 5 different SKUs. Now, One of these SKUs, which I'm about to show you in this video, is the one that's ended up making us around about £3,000 per month profit for probably the last 5 to 6 months now. Even before that, it was doing £1,000–2,000 a month profit. So this just demonstrates and shows that initially I opened this account for a specific product that was maybe making £500 to £1,000 a month in profit. I then grew that account, I built the relationship with the supplier, and now I think this account in total probably makes about £6,000 to £7,000 a month in profit for our business. And one specific product out of that makes around £3,000 per month. So ended up buying the product in. I bought a relative amount of all of the stock. I think I maybe bought 200, 300, 400 pieces of each product. And that order probably totaled to around £5,000 to £6,000 worth of stock, which was obviously considerably more than I was spending before. So I got these products in, started selling them, all of the products sold. It sold really well. Some of the margins were a little bit higher, maybe 15, 16, 17%. Some of them were a little bit lower of 11, 12, 13. But when you look at it at a blended margin, we were probably making about 14 to 15% on this account. And I could see real long-term growth if we really got in there and dominated the sales and dominated the buy box. What I started doing was increasing my orders every time, increasing the quantity, putting more stock into Amazon, and in turn started to just generate more and more and more sales on this listing. And fast forward to today, I think we're probably selling about 1,000 to 1,300 units of this product per month, and we're making over £3,000 profit per month. But that all started from getting an account open where my initial order was £1,300, and it was just for one product. And now we're buying about 10 to 12 different SKUs from them and spending a hell of a lot more money than that, probably multi-5 figures per month with this account. Since then, I've managed to build a great relationship with our sales rep at the business. They really want to grow with us. They have given us priority pricing, they have given us good terms, and they're really willing to work with us as a business. So this just shows that from day one, obviously, you're not going to have the solid relationship there, but over time, you really want to build, develop, grow that relationship, meet your suppliers in person, regularly speak to them over the phone, and demonstrate a level of ability to actually try grow with them. And over time, we've managed to negotiate better pricing, better terms to actually be able to secure this listing and this brand for the long term. Now, the funny thing about this deal is that on day one, I opened the account, I got rejected, I got sent the pricing when I'd overcome the objections and I'd overcome the rejection, and it wasn't even profitable. It was 8 to 9% margin. So a lot of people at that point would have just kind of came to a roadblock. They wouldn't really know where to go, and they wouldn't really know how to drive that account and drive the strategy forward. So obviously we've made it into a profitable account, and I'm going to dive in here and just jump on my computer and show you the numbers. So this is the dashboard from my Sellerboard. So for those of you who are maybe new to Amazon or don't use Sellerboard, Sellerboard is basically a profit tracking software that allows you to view your stock levels, track your profitability per SKU, track your refund rate. And it's basically just an all-in-one great software. So for anybody who is not using this and they're currently selling on Amazon, I definitely recommend to get Sellerboard as it's a super good software. So this is the profitability of the last 3 months. So you can see 3 months ago here, we did £19,000 in sales for this SKU. We sold 1,100 units and we did £3,016 in profit. Now, what you can see from this is the refund rate of this product is actually quite high. Now, typically the refund rate for an average product or a good product would be sub 1%. But on here, you can see, 58 refunds out of 1,100 orders is around about 5% refund rate. So this is something that when we initially introduced the product, we didn't really anticipate and we didn't really foresee. The reason why this is because it's got a fundamental flaw with the product really that makes it quite fragile. So when it actually gets shipped and when you actually get it delivered to the customers, sometimes it gets delivered damaged. So this is definitely something to consider when you're looking at the profitability of your products, because it might be that you're making 15, 16, 17% margin, but after your refunds, you could be making significantly less. So if we go into the figures here and I go to more, you can see that in refunds just in this month, we spent £790. So if we had no refunds, hypothetically, that would pretty much all just drop to the bottom line. And that would obviously significantly increase our margin. But our margin after all of the refunds coming in at 15.75% with an ROI of 52.64. You can see that 2 months ago, we actually sold quite a few more units. We sold 1,427 units, and the refund rate again stayed pretty similar. So we had 76 refunds. Again, the margin dropped slightly in this month to 14.75% with an ROI of 48%. So obviously maybe just because there's been some slight volatility in the pricing on Amazon, maybe we've had a few more refunds this month, but overall we've actually made 3.6K in this month. Fast forward to last month, the refund rate actually went up pretty significantly, but again, we did sell a lot more units. So we sold £27,810 worth of stock, 1,645 units, and a refund rate of 131. So what I'm doing actively in this situation now is I'm looking at ways where we could potentially reduce the refund rate of this product, whether that's just how we pack it, whether it's working with the supplier to make the product actually better quality and basically making it more of a retailable product. Overall, this is a product where the gross margin on this product is probably close to 20%. So it doesn't really affect the profitability too much with getting the refund. But as you can see, last month, the refunds were super heavy and we spent £1,773 in refunds, which meant our margin dropped to 12.2% with an ROI of 40.13. You can see month to date, our margin has basically fallen through the floor on this product, but the reason why is because we actually sold out of most of our stock. And at that point, we had maybe like, I think 6 or 7 days where we just weren't selling any units. But at the same time, we were getting the refunds from last month. So you can see that our refund rate has gone from, percentage-wise, has gone significantly up. So that is just one thing that you need to consider when you're selling these products. But generally speaking, this refund level will iron out to around about 5 to 6%. It's just purely because we haven't had the stock in. But as you can see, this product consistently generates £3,000 to £3,500 per month in profit, okay? And this is an account that I got open less than 12 months ago, or around about 18 months ago actually. And we've probably been selling this product for less than 10 months because initially, obviously, we only started with the one SKU. So I'm just going to go into our profitability for maybe the past 10 months just to see what we've made total on this product. So as you can see here, from the 1st of January to the 1st of September 2025, we've done a total of £142,000 in revenue for this one SKU. And we've done just under £21,100 in profit, with an average profit margin of just under 15% and an average ROI of 49%. So this is obviously a great example of a product, and believe you me, not every product is going to be like this, but it does just show you the potential out there on Amazon. And I simply got this product and I got this brand from identifying the product and listing on Amazon first. I then outreached the brand. They rejected me. I overcame their objections. I met them in person. I built the relationship and the rapport over 6, 8, 9, 10 months. I really pushed to negotiate hard on pricing, and I worked with them to basically expand our product range and expand the amount of products that we are taking through their platform. That just shows you, and that is just a great example of what is possible here and really what it is you can achieve if you really have the right sourcing strategy. So if you want to learn how to find products that can consistently generate you revenue and profit on a monthly basis, how you can find good quality products, high level suppliers, and build great relationships and build a sustainable business, go to the description of this video where you can book in a call with myself and a member of my team. We'll run you through exactly what it is we'll offer. We'll dive deep down into your situation of what it is you're doing at the moment, what it is you exactly want to achieve, and ultimately just whether or not we can help you. And we can even give you some direction and strategy on the call as to what it is you need to be doing to work towards your goal. If it's something you're interested in, we can walk you through exactly what we offer. But if not, my promise to you is that you will always leave the call better off than when you started. So that has been everything for this video. I'll see you in the next one.